We are now ready to install our tuners. The first thing for installing the tuners is really prepping our tuning machine holes. This, I believe, is a pipe reamer that I just picked up at one of the hardware stores many years ago. And I want to just kind of gently put that in there. I want to make sure that any lacquer or finish material from the neck itself or polishing compound or glue or anything like that that is going to hang up our tuning machines or chip out. It would be a real shame if you worked this hard on getting a nice finish on your peg head and you had a little bit of finish overhanging inside that hole, and then install the tuning machines and you get a big chip out. It's not very fun when that happens at all. Yeah, caught something there. It's good I caught it with this and not a tuning machine. Just want to be real gentle about this. Now, I don't have anything finish-wise that collected on the backside, so I'm not concerned about that. If I had a finished back of my peg head, I certainly would do this to the back. That one's pretty clean. Okay. The next thing we want to do is assemble our tuning machines. You've got 3 rights and 3 lefts. One thing that I do to keep track of my small parts is I've got a rare earth magnet inside a little plastic case, and I put all my screws and washers on here so they don't float away. That's real easy to happen on a bench. They can end up in the carpet and ding up your guitar. They can end up in the trash and you'll never find them again. All sorts of trouble if you lose these. So I keep all my small parts on a little magnet. Put the washer under the nut. That goes all the way over. And just thread that on finger tight. And that is good enough for right now. Repeat that times 6. And if you do find one that is giving you a little trouble on the back, like this one is, and just pushing it through with your thumb isn't working, go ahead and ream the back, but this one pressed in there just fine. Yeah. They should be a little bit tight on the back. These machines are slightly tapered, so they should have a nice tight fit by the time they get to the base. They'll take a little bit of pressing in. Try not to press directly in this gear cover, but if you can press on the outside of the body, that's a little more sturdy. And last one. Okay. Now what I want to do is get these tuners kind of flat, adjust them so that their widest profile is facing me so that I can hold them up and make sure that visually they look like they are kind of evenly spaced. In my case, I have a nice straight line right down the middle that I can make adjustments, and I can see if these are lined up with each other. Those look nice and flat across. Yep, I'm happy with those. Those look good. Before I drill the holes in the back for these screws, I want to go over each of these with a socket and just get them finger tight. I don't need a big torsion bar or anything like that. I just want to get them nice and tight with my hand. Because once those tapered machine sleeves get really sucked up into there, they're really not going to move. There is going to be a lot of tension on them, don't get me wrong. But this is going to serve us just fine. Now I want to flip it over and make sure that my alignment still looks good and that torquing those down didn't twist anything out. And it doesn't look like it did. Everything looks pretty straight. Yep, so I am going to drill these. I have a 1/16 inch drill bit set up, and I have put a flag tape on here, just slightly less than the depth that screw is going to be. Be careful when you're doing this, and make sure that your flag, your depth stop here, doesn't slip. Really, the last thing we want to do is drill through this peg head and end up with holes on the other side that we have to fix. It is just depressing. Okay, here we go. It's always good to double check the depth stop one more time before you make those pilot holes. If you do use a driver to screw these in, be very careful that you don't strip the hole or the screw, or put a star-shaped hole or ding right in the back of your peg head, because that just stinks. Okay. Tuning machines are installed, and hopefully you guys are ready for what's next. We'll see you in the next video, and we'll put on some strings.